This is Dr. Sheikh Singla. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, guys, today we are going to discuss a very important topic from the respiratory medicine, that is ARDS, acute respiratory distress syndrome. So, guys, many questions are made from this topic. It is very important topic for you guys. So, what is the other names of this acute respiratory distress syndrome? We have blast lung syndrome, shock lung syndrome, and the stiff lung syndrome. So these are three other names we also call the acute respiratory distress syndrome. So guys, now what is the definition of this ARDS? Every single sentence is very important, guys. Every single sentence is a question. So there will be acute, it's an acute episode, acute shortness of breath. There will be hypoxemia, means partial pressure of oxygen decreases, compensatory hypocapnia, okay, and there will be bilateral diffuse pulmonary infiltrates. So again, there will be acute shortness of breath, hypoxemia, compensatory hypocapnia, means decrease of the CO2, and bilateral diffuse pulmonary infiltrates. And also there is a ratio, guys, partial pressure of oxygen divided by fraction of inspired oxygen. The ratio will be less than or equal to 300 of mm of Hg. So this is very important, guys. This is in itself is a very important question. Now, guys, what is the etiology? So what are the different causes of ARDS? There are two causes, direct and the indirect causes of ARDS. First of all, we will study the direct causes of the ARDS. So the direct causes are severe pneumonia, aspiration of the gastric contents, toxic inhalation of any toxic gas, and the lung contusion. So these are four main direct causes of the ARDS. Now, guys, what are the indirect causes of ARDS? Sepsis, severe trauma to the lungs, burns, and the blood transfusion. As you know, there are some very transfusion reactions. So these are the causes of can also cause ARDS. What are the characteristic features of the acute respiratory distress syndrome? So guys, these are very important. First of all, there will be non-cardiogenic pulmonary edema. So there are two types of pulmonary edema, cardiogenic and non-cardiogenic. We will study both of them here in the upcoming video. So there will be non-cardiogenic pulmonary edema. This pulmonary edema will be low pressure pulmonary edema and also increased permeability pulmonary edema. So every word is very important, guys. No, it will be the pulmonary edema will be non-cardiogenic, low pressure, and increased permeability. So we will study how these words are implicated. And very important, guys, there will be diffuse alveolar damage. It's a characteristic of the ARDS, diffuse alveolar damage. Now, guys, what is the pathophysiology of the ARDS? So first of all, there will be damage to the alveolar epithelium and also the pulmonary capillary endothelium. Okay, so after damage of these two, there will be increased permeability to the neutrophils, and the inflammatory damage exudate will be accumulated in the lungs. So it's an exudate which get collected in the lungs, and it will be causing ARDS. So characteristic is that what is PCWP? PCWP is the pulmonary capillary wedge pressure will be less than 18, and in the end there will be lung fibrosis. This is the fibrotic phase of the ARDS. In the end, the lung will be totally fibrosed. So this is the non-cardiogenic pulmonary edema, in which we have damage to the alveolar epithelium and pulmonary capillary endothelium. Neutrophils permeability will be increased, inflammatory damage exudate will be accumulated in the alveoli, and in the end there will be a lung fibrosis. We can diagnose by pulmonary capillary wedge pressure. It will be less than 18 mm of Hg. Now guys, what is a cardiogenic pulmonary edema? How we can differentiate from them? In the cardiogenic pulmonary edema, see this diagram. So this is the lung, and this is the pulmonary vein, and this is the heart, left atrium and the left ventricle, and it is connected to the body, as you know, through the aorta. Okay guys, now how it happens? First of all, if there is a MS, mitral stenosis, there will be back pressure to the left atrium, back pressure to the pulmonary vein, and it will be causing back pressure to the lungs. So because of the back pressure, there is a pulmonary edema. This pulmonary edema is due to cardiogenic causes like mitral stenosis. So in this, pulmonary capillary wedge pressure will be more than 18 mm of Hg. So now you know the difference between the cardiogenic and the non-cardiogenic pulmonary edema. It is very, very important, guys. So in this video we study definition of the ARDS, etiology of the ARDS, and also the characteristic features and pathophysiology. So guys, this is the part 1 of my video. In the part 2 we will study how to diagnose the ARDS and the different treatment. Thank you. This is Dr. Shfik Singla signing off. Bye bye.